to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms. Special shout out to our Patreon family and everyone that sends us donations through PayPal. We appreciate, love you so much for enabling us to continue to bring you all the, the relevant information when it comes to our awakening. That's what it's all about right now. Special shout out to Donald Jones, Paulette Philo, We Go Next, and Beverly Language Services. Thank you so much for being such a long-time supporter. Sterling Simmons, Benjamin White, Sean Rogers, give thanks, Venice Martin, Rukayat Awoyemi. Thank you so much for your support, beloveds. We appreciate, love you so much, because even as we've taken this spiritual direction, we've actually been able to maintain our staff and just, take this new journey, which is just proving to be so spiritually rewarding. I wanted to explain, maybe start getting to one of the deeper conversations about, male versus female energy, male versus female power. Now, we have to realize that we all of us have dimensions of the male and female principal energy within us. And so it doesn't mean just because you're a woman, you express more of, one or the other. But the difference is very important, because even the Babylon system came through a certain sex. I hate to say it, but so the difference between male and female power is that male power is very physically, it's more physically inclined. So you'll see it in the buildings and the going to wars and the conquest, etc., etc. So it's expressed more physically, whereas the female power is expressed more spiritually. And that's why they've always mashed up women and made such a vendetta. First of all, to have like the sex wars, male versus women. But that's why they've oppressed women so much mentally and spiritually, because that is where our power lies. And that's why they always attack the man physically, because that's where his power and authority lies. You see, beloveds, the world is feminine. The world belongs to women. I don't know if, for those of you who get it, you'll get it. It was women that birthed this planet, and you can only enter this world through the legs of a woman. Whether it's a spirit that donates your sperm like Jesus or whatever it is, you can only come here through the legs of a woman. So women have the authority here, the spiritual authority. And that's why they created a male-oriented religion that oppressed women. That's why they started with that creation story of Adam and Eve, where Eve gave Adam the apple. It was much deeper than that. Because as the custodian, Eve, basically the apple represents, sex. And some say that Eve actually slept with an alien reptilian race, which is what gave them access to this planet. Anyway, my delivery's come. Let me take a short break. We'll be right back.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
Welcome back, beloveds, to Wake Up Africa on the Dr. Mumbi Show, where I'm talking about the difference between masculine and feminine power. It's such a deep subject, beloveds. But basically, women rule this world spiritually, and men control this world physically. And together, that's how we create like the perfect balance, the perfect reality. But because, women, what happens is a man's power is, how do I define this? I don't want to get people, but a man has the power to maybe instigate something, initiate something, plan, trigger the power of the woman. And then the woman can multiply the dreams of a man. But the power of a woman is spiritual because she is the custodian of this earth. And when we look at the ultimate custodian, the ultimate, like the earth belongs to women, beloveds, which is why the fight has always really been, especially the spiritual fight and the mental fight, has always been about, destroying, subjugating, body shaming, belittling women. Because if you get women, you get the world spiritually. And if you get the world spiritually, you control it physically. And that's why even physically, they've totally shattered the male image and tried to redefine it. Because you see, beloveds, the entity that is the entity that is kind of fight the enemy of our souls, let's say it operates through the mzungu, it came as a man, beloveds, and its whole thing was to conquer the women. That's why if you look at the matrix it's created, like 95% of all presidents, all CEOs, all heads of industry, all captains of this are men. Because the matrix belongs to that entity. And that entity came as a reptilian male, tricked and seduced our women, and was able to penetrate the world through the legs of a woman. And the only way they're able to stay here is because they continuously oppress and suppress the spirit of women. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. What craziness is that? It should be father, mother, and child. But they've erased, just like they've erased the black man and woman from every story, they've erased the woman first. They erased the woman first, beloveds. And at least there's male secret societies, but women secret societies, they're few and far between. Where women can really come and tap into their power. That's why we've always had the witch hunts. That's why they always went for the female spiritualists when they were coming to conquer a nation. Because women were always the highest ones spiritually. They were always the priests. Everything you see in the matrix right now, the opposite is true, beloveds. They tell you it's a man's world and men are in control. No. And you see, part of the problem is that even our melanated brothers have also tipped the scale where they see themselves as above the woman. The woman is more powerful when it comes to overall, beloveds. You can agree or disagree. But we're equals because our powers complement one another. But even in our homes, the woman is being sat on. The woman is being told, you can't work, you shouldn't work, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. That she even is in a big confusion about who she really is. And until the woman comes back to herself, the world will remain the way it is. Because that confusion keeps being passed on through her legs to the next generation. And so in order to transform a society, you first have to transform the woman, but the woman doesn't even know that she's the ultimate queen. It was never about the king, beloveds. Because the king is there to protect and serve the queen. It's always been about the woman. It's always been about continuously conquering the woman. It's always been about, why do you think all these female rappers are forced to be half naked on their screens? Why do you think so many men are converting to be women? Because now we're also in the season of feminine power. We're coming back. There's a restoration where we're all coming back to ourselves. And what that means is that the feminine power is now coming back to the forefront, beloved. We're in the age of the woman again because we're in the age of the creator. The creator is a woman. But some ain't even ready for that. Tuko pamoja.